What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a leaked footage image of a new calendar, a 2022 calendar from the movie The Batman, coming next year, starring Robert Pattinson. Now, this calendar has had some fans talking due to the Riddler. Especially the Riddler has been the talk, has been the main topic of this calendar. Clearly, some fans are having some hate towards it. Some fans are liking it. It has gotten a lot of mixed reviews. It looks like he's stealing the show from Robert Pattinson here due to his appearance and the way that Matt Reeves decided to go with his new direction of the franchise. And as we look at this picture, a lot of people are leaning towards having an inspiration from the Zodiac Killer. And that's one thought that did come to my head as well. But I also got a Hannibal Lecter type of vibe due to the mask. It also reminded me of Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I personally do like the horror element that the mask is giving the Riddler. It's also stepping away from the traditional comic appearance.
I simply love what you've done with this place. Heavy metal meets house and garden.
And that's probably what's having fans pissed, the fact that he's not being really comedic. It's because this film looks very dark, so that's probably why Matt Reeves is going with this new direction and making him darker, giving it more of a horror element, which is not a bad thing. Because if you're gonna have a villain who leaves notes right after he kills people, then why not make it some sort of Zodiac Killer type of villain? Now, being that this is technically not an origin story, but it's a story set when Bruce is barely becoming Batman, and all these villains are barely also becoming villains as well. So there's a lot of talk that these villains are gonna change over time. And as we can see, we have Selina Kyle's Catwoman here, who looks like the worst bank robber of all time. It just looks like she has a ripped sock over her head. But if she's starting out, you know, then all this can change.
Meow.
And we're looking at all the Batman posters. I don't know what time period this is set on, but it reminded me of the 80s. It's taking me back to the 80s. I feel like it has a lot of inspiration from the 80s, especially if maybe the younger folks won't remember. I wasn't born at the time either, but if you know from the television series Knight Rider with David Hasselhoff in the 80s, it reminded me of all those TV posters of the car especially. It just has that 80s vibe to it, kind of like a Back to the Future vibe also as well with the DeLorean. And then this particular Riddler poster right here, it reminded me a lot of the video game, especially Arkham Knight. There was this one riddle where you had to get the trophies, and this poster right here reminded me a lot of a trap that I had to solve, one of the riddles. It's giving that puzzle element that the Riddler loves to do so much. But as far as the Riddler, yeah, I'm all up for it. I mean, I want to see something new, because we're already seeing a lot of comedic portrayals of the character. I think we should just be open for anything, really, because this franchise has gone through a lot. So I'm all up for it, man. I want to see something darker. I want to see something grittier. I want to see something more psychotic. So let me know in the comments below, what do you think of the Riddler's look? Do you think it's going to change over time? Do you prefer him to stay that way? What do you think of all these villains' looks? Do you like Robert Pattinson as the Batman? Let me know your opinions in the comments below. If you like this video, smash that like button, subscribe, turn your post notification on. That wraps it up for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next time.